Norway added 3 more medals, including 2 golds and a silver, and are in a commanding lead with 31 overall medals. Host nation Italy added 1 more, and the United States snagged 2 to bring its third-place total to 21. Let's recap all the big news from day 11 at Milano Cortina. Women's figure skating took center stage here in Milan, and 2 of the 3 Blade Angels struggled. Only Alyssa Liu finished strong, ending the short program in 3rd place. A series of small deductions hurt Isabeau Levito, and a missed jump destroyed Amber Glenn's score. The free skate and medals are set for Thursday. In freestyle skiing, Mac Forehand won his first Olympic medal, grabbing silver in the big air competition. He led going into the final skier, but Norway's Tormod Frostad had a last run that edged out Forehand by just under 2 points. Team USA also had 2 other top 5 finishers, with Troy Podmilsak finishing 4th and Connor Ralph 5th. In curling, Team Peterson laid down the hammer, so to speak, on Denmark with a 10-3 win. Team USA is in prime position to make the semifinals at 5-2, tied in 2nd place with Switzerland. Team Casper dropped today's match against Italy 8-5. In bobsled, Frankie Del Duca finished just off the podium in 4th as the Germans swept the 2-man for the 2nd straight Winter Games. Team USA delivered its best finish ever in Olympic biathlon competition, placing 5th in the men's 4x7.5 kilometer relay. Finally, in speed skating, the United States men's team claimed silver in the team pursuit. Casey Dawson, Emery Lehman, and Ethan Seprin dispatched China in the semifinal and came up just short against host nation Italy. The silver medal follows up the bronze won in Beijing 4 years ago. The women also advanced to the final round and ended up just off the podium in 4th. For all the best news, notes, and commentary coming out of Milano Cortina, keep reading, following, and watching Yahoo Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Nathan Chen. We just finished the women's short program and very impressed with the skating tonight. I think we had some very clean, nice programs across the board. The level of skating was very impressive, and I really enjoyed watching the women tonight. We started off the U.S. women with Alyssa Liu. And you can just tell since her comeback, she just is so at peace and the pressure never gets to her. And she's just wanting to have a good time on the ice. And she's so connected to her program from start to finish. You know, she's there, she's present, and she is just embracing this experience. She got a quarter called on her triple loop in her combo, and so that dropped a couple points. But she's right up there in the standings and certainly in a good position heading into the free program. Next up for the U.S. was Isabeau Levito, and she skated right after an incredible Alyssa Liu. So there's pros and cons to skating after a really good skate. On the one hand, it definitely does fire you up. You feel the energy of the crowd. But on the other hand, you also know that there's pressure to perform and to do at least do what the skater before you did. And you obviously wanted to perform even better. And so there's certainly that little bit of pressure. But she really performed very well. She owned the moment. She had also got a Q on her triple loop, which dropped her technical score down a little bit. And so she's currently behind Alyssa in the standings, but also still definitely in this race for the free program. Last up for the U.S. was Amber Glenn, and the program started off so great with that triple axel. It was beautiful, really one of the best triple axels I've seen from her. And then the flip toe was also there a little tight on that second toe, and it looked like she got a Q on that as well. And then heading into that last triple loop, it unfortunately did not go the way that she wanted to, and doubled the triple loop. It's always tough at the end of the program. You're tired, your legs are a little bit heavier. You also feel the expectations of knowing, okay, this is my last element, let's make it the best. And sometimes that can get in your head and you can rush a little bit. And in my eyes, it looked like she just was a little bit fast into that loop. And unfortunately, she bailed out of it and ended up with a double. We also have to talk about the Japanese women tonight. Ami Nakai, incredible triple axel. She was really the star of the show in my opinion. She was earlier in the groups too, which is she really set that standard for what the other skaters had to overcome, and she really did an incredible job, and I really loved her program. Next was Kairi Sakamoto. She is coming in as the potential favorite to win the Olympic gold medal, and she's just 1 point off gold right now. Came in with so much control and power and speed throughout her program. It's just a blast to watch, and excited to see what she's able to put down for the free program. And closing out the event, we had Monet Chiba, who is currently in 4th place and certainly in the race for a medal after the free program. The U.S. women are definitely in a great spot for medal contention right now. The point differences are very close right now after the short program, so there's definitely going to be a lot of movement after the free program, but given the way that the women have been skating throughout the season, I think that we're still in a really great spot, and we'll hopefully bring home some hardware after this event.
An absolute shocker to me today in the women's team pursuit and long track speed skating. Our Team USA women just off of the podium. Team Japan was no walk in the park. I know that these ladies very much wanted to get on the podium. Not any one of them individually was able to capture that podium. They've all had the skill set over the course of the past 4 years. They just didn't look like they had it today. Sometimes the smallest of incremental differences in mistakes, in timing, maybe someone was not feeling well, made all difference at all, so they did not win a medal today. In the men's team pursuit, this is what I found to be both remarkable and a little bit of a shocker. Italy wins gold on home ice. Now, Italy, as a team pursuit competitor, has done well all year long. The major difference is they were not dominant. The U.S., our Team USA men, have been dominant almost all year long, setting world records, being that unit. In the team pursuit, it's so incredibly important to push one another. So if you look at the positions, 1, 2, and 3, the guy who's in front is breaking the wind for everyone else. He's the lead skater. And the ones who are in second and third are drafting. They're in that slipstream. They're able to capture a lot of this draft and almost be like they're being pulled along. And the main issue that I saw was there was one mistake, I think it was 2 laps into the race, where they got a little bit out of sync. The entire goal here is all about rhythm and in swing. Just like when we see a rowing team be in sync and be in swing, the same thing happens for those that are performing at the highest echelons of performance. And Italy came to play. Make no mistake. I think that hometown energy gave them a 6th gear when the rest of the world only had 5. They worked together as a unit. They looked unstoppable. They were confident. And it looks like to me strategically that they were just staying with the Americans up until the last 2 laps, and that's when they decided to make their move. They probably studied and saw where some of the other skaters as a unit, as a team, were starting to slow down towards the end of the race, and it looks like to me that's what they've been training for. Their strategy worked out. They peaked at the right time, and Italy on home soil wins Olympic gold. Team USA wins silver. I got to imagine, although I'm proud of them, and I know they did an excellent job, I know that psychology of when you go into a race and you feel like you're prepared as a unit. They forego all other competitions just for this team pursuit. They have been operating so well as a team. Not any one of them are individually skating out of their world, but as a team, they've shown to have the capability and the consistency to win medals. And they did win medals today. The color of the medal was silver. I know for a fact they were seeking for gold. They should not be ashamed. They should not be scared. They should not be disappointed. Although I think deep down we all want that color of that medal to be gold. Regardless, they brought home another medal. I'm happy for them. And that's the recap for long track speed skating.
It was a truly incredible night at Livigno Snowpark as Norway's Tormod Frostad barely beat out Mac Forehand of Team USA for the gold medal in men's free ski big air. In the best big air competition there has ever been, with the top half of the field throwing down one haymaker after another, it really came down to Frostad and Forehand on the final run, and only one of them was going to come away with the gold. In big air, skiers get 3 tries to land 2 different tricks, and those 2 scores are combined to come up with the winner. By the end of the 3rd run, it was really just down to those 2, and Forehand landed a trick that's literally never been done in the history of big air, a nose butter triple cork 2160 with a safety grab. That is 6 full spins in the air while also flipping over 3 times, and the judges rewarded him with 98.25 out of 100 to take the lead. But Frostad still had one more shot as well, and his trick, though reliant on fewer spins, was also stomped. The judges gave him a 98.5 and the gold medal. Though many on social media felt like Forehand should have won, he had no complaints about either the silver medal or the way the final round was scored because he appreciated that the difficulty of what Frostad attempted, launching off the ramp and going against the momentum of his body to get into the rotation, was going to score very, very well. In other words, to put it into Italian terms, the judges had to pick between Michelangelo and Da Vinci, and there were no losers in that battle. Overall, it was an excellent night for American skiers as Troy Podmilsack finished 4th and Connor Ralph was 5th in a competition where the level was insanely high, and it took truly something special to get on the podium.
It's day 12 of the 2026 Winter Olympics, Lords of Leaping. Here's what to watch in Milano Cortina. All eyes will be on the final event in the alpine skiing as Michaela Schifrin will get one final crack at snapping her Olympic slump in the women's slalom. She won gold in this event back in the Sochi Games in 2014, looking to get on the podium for the first time in 8 years. The U.S. men's hockey team will be back on the ice in the quarterfinals after cruising through Group C. Austin Matthews and Matthew Tkachuk lead All-American scores with 5 points each. In short track speed skating, Andrew Hio will try to make his mark in the men's 500-meter sprint and the USA women will take the track for the final races in the 3,000-meter relay. And the final event in snowboarding is scheduled to take place with the men's slopestyle. Three-time Olympian Red Gerard and Ollie Martin will be in the field vying for the podium. Gerard won gold in this event at the 2018 Winter Games. Join us every single morning on Yahoo Sports Daily as we recap all the biggest moments from the 2026 Winter Games from Milano Cortina.